All right, good morning, everyone. We're live. This is my second live of the day. This one's going to be little more social media related, but we have a rock star agent going viral on social media. We have Tampa Bree joining us. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, everyone. This is my first
Yes.
live stream. Well, other than the
Well,
one I did, you know, where I
yeah,
was eating pizza on camera.
yes, I missed that. So why don't you just maybe while we're waiting for Curtis, why don't you quickly talk about what that was all about, that live stream?
Oh, I hit 100,000 followers. Um, I was at like 98,000, and I was like, once I hit 100, I'm gonna live stream and have a pizza party, corporate style. So it's funny because I hit it pretty fast, and then and then I had to like schedule the live stream, and within a couple of days, I was already at 125,000. So I'm like, wow, okay.
Hold on, sorry, I'm just saying good morning to some people tuning in. We got All Nighter
Hello,
Hider
everyone.
here. We have Brian, so thanks for tuning in. But if you haven't, go please subscribe to Bree's Instagram, TikTok. She has a YouTube channel, but
Mhm.
she is killing it out there. So I think actually Val from our community sent me one of your reels, and I think that was the one about the lawn, I guess. My mom's
My
bush is
mom's
more,
bush, yeah,
yes. So
class.
that I think is one of your most viral ones. Would I say,
It
or is there
is.
another one?
Yeah, and it's so funny. When I filmed that, so I'm obviously in Florida, and it was super hot. It's so hot out, so I was like sweating. I didn't like my outfit. Uh there was like people watching me outside, and I thought it was gonna suck. So I was filming it, and I was like, this is the worst one yet. I'm like, this is horrible. I don't know, like I didn't like my jokes. I was editing it, and I'm like, I'm just gonna post it anyway. And then it turned out it was the best one. So I gotta really
Yeah. So when you say best, like how much viewership are you up to on that one,
let's
probably?
see. Let's check. Um, I believe it's 3 million, which is insane to say. It's 3
Three
point
million.
yeah, 3.1 million. I could show you I don't care. I share all my information. The insights are it has 162,000 shares or sends, whatever. 3,999 comments and 123,000 likes. So it has more shares than it does likes, which is crazy. That's so good. Like you want shares. That's like the best thing to have. But it's fun. I'd never look at this stuff. I don't want it to get to my head. I don't want to be like, oh, they liked this one. I got to do more of that. I started out being like, I'm just going to make whatever I would watch. I want to make some quality content. And I'm
Uh,
like,
so we got Proof Oak tuning in. He says, how do I search for her mom's bush video?
hmm.
So
I'm like, how bad? I don't want to say anything like YouTube will kick us off a live stream. I'm gonna
no,
watch
we're
my
we're
mouth.
fine. Yeah, no, this is unfiltered. You can say whatever
Okay,
you
good.
want, but yeah, we're just
That's
here to have
funny.
fun, and we're here to. I mean, so we did. So if anyone wants to know more about Bree's story, I did a long form interview with her recently, so that's out on my
Mhm,
channel. But I think the interesting thing, and a lot of people getting into this real estate or even social media, starting a channel and whatnot, they're
mhm.
always afraid about putting out that first video. And like you even talked about how you're still scared to this day
Yeah,
putting out content. So how did you overcome even just putting out that first one?
it's not. I really don't. My fear is like the actual filming when I'm in someone's house and like there's like my fear comes from standing, especially outside in a driveway. Sometimes I just look at pictures of a home and I write my script for it, and I never look at like the neighbors. Sometimes it's next to like a business, there's people standing outside, and my fear is like I'm standing there and I'm getting like stage fright because there's people staring at me. But for uploading, I became numb to it because I've been on social media for so long and I've tried so many different things. When I was a kid, I was on YouTube, like when I was 14, 15, and I'm like, I just got numb to it. It's like when a lot of people, when they record themselves, they play it back and they're like, oh, I hate my own voice. I don't have that anymore because I like numbed myself to it because I've heard my voice so much. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's me.
Hold on, I'm gonna share
I know
your
Flavia wants to
in.
know why I'm not streaming on my own channel. I should have done that. I don't know. Like when
Well,
I
see,
loved it,
so
I was
so
like, God.
that like Flavio, I told her now she's committed to coming back for a second one. So you guys better make sure that she has fun on this one so that she'll come
Yeah.
back and do this. But here is Bree's Instagram page. So go follow her and go check out some of her funny and entertaining comments. But at the same time, you are a realtor, and you said it is generating a lot of leads for you. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is. I'm inundated with leads. Humble brag. Yeah, it's kinda crazy. I've had a lot of people reach out. I have people in other states being like, "Can you somehow sell me a house in Ohio? Can you help me? I'm moving to Washington." I'm like, we have a Realty One Group brokerage there, and I've, like, made friends with different realtors in different states so I can refer them to those people. Yeah, but it's pretty crazy, the amount of leads, and it's funny because the market is so stagnant right now. I'm sure a lot of realtors are like, "Fuck. Fuck you."
So that I think I actually seen you post something recently too, is that it's funny that the most people that don't like your content is realtors, or
Yeah.
not. Yeah, is that kind of
Yeah,
accurate, I guess?
every time I look in, like, I have this is crazy. The majority of the comments I get in the is positive. Most people are happy about it and they like it, but what I've seen in the comments, some people were like, "You're so unprofessional." Like one of my YouTube videos, this lady who she's like, "This is so unprofessional." I click on her channel, she's a realtor. I Another lady on Facebook, someone screenshotted and sent to me, wrote this like massive essay that nobody probably read. It had like 6 likes, and she's like, "This person is so unprofessional." She was sharing my realtor.com article because I was featured on realtor.com.
Yeah,
But
yes, everyone go check that out also. I
yeah,
forgot, I did see her post that also.
that was crazy. But yeah, so most people are it's mostly realtors that are upset, and I'm like, calm down.
Yeah, so what
I'm
was I
gonna
gonna
sh- I'm gonna take a picture of this really quick for my story so people can,
Oh,
sorry,
me,
you'll
you're
think I'm
giving
just
me
texting
yeah,
over
hold
here.
on, you give me an idea too. Hold on.
Give me an idea. I'm so old, I don't even know how to use social media. I'm like, "How do I
What?
get to the camera on my
Oh,
story?" I can't.
but so while you're figuring that out,
God, I'm so
has your content kind of stayed the same from the beginning though? Like the first videos that you were posting?
no. I was starting when I first started, I still put jokes and stuff, but it wasn't the same content I'm doing now. I would put, sorry, now I'm getting stuck in reading the chat, but my videos when I first started were kinda like, mm, they were very, like, what is it? G-rated or whatever the was for kids. It was not very inappropriate. It was just like, "I'm a realtor, and here's stuff you could do in Tampa," and it was kinda boring. It didn't really showcase who I was. Um, it didn't really show my humor or, like, me, and that's when I made one video where I actually improv'd at a new construction home. I was like, "I'm just gonna walk in." I didn't have a script. I just went in there and just said dumb stuff. I was like, daddy issues or something." Like, I was just saying random shit, and then I posted it, and it got, like, 5,000 views, and I was like, "Wow, okay, I'm gonna just keep doing that then." But then I was like, "Well, I'm gonna script it," because I felt like an idiot. I was in that new construction home for, like, 2.5 hours because I improved. But if I go to a regular, person's house, I don't wanna kick them out of their house just for me to film for 2 hours, so I try to make it quick by coming up with a script.
I do actually. I'm wondering now if Curtis is. I know he shared this on his social media, so I know he remembered it. But I'm hopefully everything's actually okay now. That he did message me yesterday, and I know there was a shooting incident across from like his rental.
What?
There was this kind of mass shooting thing going on in the area. So yeah, actually, I
Where
hope so.
was
Hopefully, in Washington.
Oh god.
Yeah. So hopefully he is safe. I know he messaged me. He was good. So
Did he know the Eastern Standard Time?
yeah,
Maybe him.
yeah. Well, oh well. We'll have fun without him.
Yeah.
But I
Who needs
think this would have
Curtis?
been good for Curtis too, because Curtis is a new realtor. He just got his license,
Yeah.
and probably trying to figure out
Me
how
too.
he's well. Yeah,
Just
well,
kidding.
but hey, but you're seasoned already. What is that? Almost a year, probably. So that's
Got it in
longer.
August. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got my license in August.
yeah. Make a joke about that, Bree.
I don't know, like, I'm so bad at, like, knowing what, but I forget what I just said, and then I read a comment, and I'm like, "Wait, what about what?"
But so okay, so on that point though, you kind of also touch. I saw you, or you actually touched on it in the interview. Is you are kind of finding trendy material and kind of using that as like to
Yeah.
roast. like the Tesla drivers, and
Mhm.
you had your Trump impersonation, right, and things like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So how do
And
you come up with all your content a lot of times?
a lot of it is honestly sometimes I'll be joking with my friends and I say a funny thing about something and I'm like, "Oh, that is funny." I'm like, "Yeah." We'll be like, "Yeah, dude, of course it was a Tesla driver. I fucking hate them." And then I'm like, "Wait a minute, I got to make a joke." Like, and then I just write it in my phone and then from there I just write another joke, another joke. Sometimes though it takes me like weeks to come up with with like a bit. I'll have ongoing notes in my phone about different topics I've talked to my friends about, and it's good because like if your friends are all talking about it, a lot of other people are probably talking about it. That's why I'm like, it's relatable. It's relatable content.
Hype 6, thanks for tuning in. I haven't seen you here before. Don't forget to subscribe and like. But it says, BC, my coach recommended that I should, and I should do it on
Mhm.
listings within our own brokerage.
And
Yeah,
I also should do it. What do you mean, make videos? Is that what he's
I
talking
think
or
so.
they're
Yeah,
talking
putting
about?
out content. Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you just got to find your niche and find what works for you. And I think that like even Bree talks about is just getting over that fear of putting out that first one, and you're not going to be able to you're not going to be able to please everyone. I think that's the one thing you're going to get people commenting, and everyone kind of looks stupid doing it, but
Mhm.
you'll find your footing. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. So are you is that kind of the direction you're headed in? Are you going to kind of continue down? Because you said also maybe I'm but like TV companies are reaching out to you. Are you
Yeah.
trying?
Like TV producers and people from like Los Angeles and like New York City have reached out to me. And I'm like, what is happening? Because that was always my childhood dream. I was in theater, musical theater. I've always done like, I worked as an actress at Busch Gardens. And I never dreamed that big because I was like, that'll never happen. I used to want to go to Second City Network. It's in Chicago, right? Second City. I'm pretty sure it's in Chicago. But when I was a kid, and my parents grew up like really poor, so we didn't have money for anything. So I was like, "There's no way I could ever do this."
Um,
Sorry, I'm just finishing my story here. I was
no,
making sure I
absolutely.
blocked off my my like what are those things? My bookmarked things. I was
No,
like, "Oh,
no,
people will make
no,
fun of me."
don't
It's not
worry.
that bad.
Hype 6 says, oh, I guess the question was, do you ask permission to record stuff on the properties that aren't your listings?
Yes, I have always asked for permission, and I've always told the realtor, I'm like, "Here's the type of content." So I always make sure I have in writing that they're like, "Okay, cool."
Ah,
Now I
okay.
have it's funny because I used to have to when I first started, I would message realtors and be like, "Can I make a video at your property? Can I make a video? Here's what I do." And they're like, so a lot of them were saying no. They're probably kicking
Really?
themselves now.
Yeah, now they're probably, oh,
Yeah.
should let her do
So
it.
they would say no, and then some of them would say yes, but it's like I used to have to hunt for it. I'd find properties, and now I have sellers who have their home listed with an agent that are finding me and messaging me and saying, can you work with my agent to make me a video for my house?" So it's kinda nice that I don't have to search for it anymore and be, like, rejected.
Do you ever show them the content after before you put it out? Like you say, you reach out to realtors, hey, can I film something? And then
Mhm.
you send it to them to check first before you put it out,
No,
or no? You just
I
okay.
don't. Yeah, but with my a lot of people are like, "You're unhinged, it's crazy," and I'm like, "It's pretty mild." Like, I feel like I'm pretty mild, like, I'm making fun of F-150 drivers and stuff, I'm like, "That's not that bad." And a lot it's also funny, and tell me if I'm getting sidetracked here, but people will think that, they'll be like, "Oh, how do you get away with roasting the home?" And I'm like, "I really don't ever roast the home." That's why I make sure I steer clear of that, because why would I be like, "Here, you wanna buy this house? It's a piece of shit." Like so I if you watch my videos, I don't really ever roast the home. But yeah,
Uh,
that's what listing agents will be like, "Just don't make too many jokes about the house." And I'm like, "I never do." So, sorry, I'm just making sure
no,
that I
no.
limit it.
Hype 6. Why don't you fill us in a little bit about your backstory, where you're at, where do you have your license? But it says, I've been telling the agents that I don't have a buyer and I just want to promote the home, like free advertising. Oh, okay.
Yeah, makes sense. As long as you're just fully transparent about what you're gonna film, and obviously don't break any laws or anything, as a realtor. Like, don't do anything too
Are,
crazy.
do you get like which platform is your favorite then? Like where do you get the most feedback, I guess?
Instagram's
Oh,
my favorite. I still have and this is allegedly My conspiracy theory is that TikTok artificially inflates views, and I don't have proof, but I get so many bot comments and bot messages, and it's not like I'm paying for views because that would make sense if you get bots like responding to you. I rarely get a lead from TikTok. All my leads are mainly Instagram. It's crazy. And I'm like, allegedly, well, again, I'm like, TikTok's gonna come after me. Oh my god. But yeah, TikTok's crazy about like if I show you my comments on there, they're like almost the same, but just a little bit different per account. And it's like, okay, you can't all be saying that same thing. That's strange. But yeah, Instagram's definitely my favorite. It feels feels like it's for business rather than just
Yeah.
entertainment and whatever the fuck bots are on
Yeah.
there.
Hype6 says, I'm also in the Tampa area. I live in Trinity. I got my license in the March. I'm still learning a lot of stuff. I used to live in Safety
Nice.
Harbor, but we moved north because it's cheaper.
Oh yeah, Safety Harbor is nice, but it's
Where
expensive.
was it? Where was the place
I
that
love
you said? Did you grow up? You said, or you they were gonna?
Oh, I grew up and if you're from here, it'll be funny. I grew up in Newport Richie.
You said they had a T, or they wanted to do
Yeah.
a TV, like the cops version, or
They were on live Yeah, they were on live PD, but they stopped that. Yeah. I'm just reading All Nighter. You probably could roast the house if the comedy is over the top, obviously sarcastic. Yeah, yeah. I could roast the house if it was sarcastic, but I still try to steer clear because I don't want the listing agents to hate me either. I just and I feel like it's also I don't really roast the house because it's not really that relatable of a topic versus like F-150 drivers. A lot of people make fun of them. If I just am like, look at this dumb kitchen or whatever, it's not as relatable. So I don't really like it that much as a
I
topic
think Hype 6 might be saying "wow" based on where you grew up.
to
Yeah,
Newport
maybe
Richie.
that's.
Yeah. Grew up in good old Newport Richie, baby. They call it Newport Nowhere. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, well, from my standpoint of things, I want to let everyone know, like, if you're trying to maybe even build a channel or social media, like I reached out to Brie, or I commented on one of her reels, and I never expected to hear anything back from her. But you just got to keep following up with these people, or commenting, or liking and showing, and then
Mhm.
engaging with them, and then hopefully they'll agree to do things like this or do an interview. But yeah, you got to start somewhere, and just comment and interact with these people. And like I said, I'm grateful Bree
Yeah.
responded to me and was willing to do all of this. So um,
Yeah, no problem. I now that was like that was the perfect timing on your end, Mark, because it was like right before I was really, really inundated with people asking me to go on podcasts and stuff. Like now I'm getting asked all the time. And I'm like, now I can't look at all the people even asking me. But you asked like right at the beginning. And I was like,
all
sure, let's
right,
do
well,
it.
don't forget us smaller people now. Just remember where you started at.
Oh my God. I will. That's
Oh,
funny.
right. So, hey,
Has an,
thanks, Hype 6.
I like
Yeah, he
that.
says,
Has an agent asked you to take down the video
ooh,
because of the jokes? No, no one's ever asked me to take down the video.
great
Uh,
question.
Not
Yeah,
that I
that's a
know
great
of.
question.
I don't think so. So far they love them. I also like making videos with people in my brokerage. Like I want to do more of like our
Mm.
brokerages listings. Try to stay that way too, because then it's easier. It's like I know all of you.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe's talking. Joe's my buddy. He has a podcast too. But sorry, Joe, she won't do your podcast. She's too busy. She said. Uh,
Maybe. Who knows? It depends. Because there's people also who want me to some of the podcasts are like I like talking about social media and marketing and some like they're like, "Would you like to come on our podcast and discuss the current market?" And I'm like, "No, not really. I don't really want to." But okay. I'm also like I've been a realtor since August. I don't know, you know, like I'm still learning. I still have a mentor. I'm still like working with like, my coworkers are helping me out with things. I've got the gist of it, but it's still like every transaction is different and
but I think
yeah.
that's kind of where we're at for agents, right? Like, you kind of have to figure out a way to make your listing stand out, or get more eyes on it. And that's what a lot of people are trying to navigate, is the social media side of things. And
Yeah.
everyone is doing like the same thing, almost like these cookie cutter reels. And
Yeah.
I think, like I said, someone sent me yours, and I was just like, I was going through all of them after a while and trying to see what kind of content
Yeah.
you were putting out there. And
I think it's like important that You have to realize that most people aren't buying a house right now, but you want to keep yourself in front of people. But nobody wants to follow you if all you do is be like, this bedroom, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom home sits on waterfront property. Like, why would some random person, the consumer, just keep following you and watching those for no reason? There's no reason to really have for them to follow you and stay in front of them. Like, if you make a different, like what I did with comedy, people want to keep following that. So maybe in a year, someone who followed me today will be like, oh shit, I'm actually ready now to buy a house, so I'll just reach out to her because she's funny, and I stay in front of them the whole time, but not with the same old boring cookie cutter realtor content.
We got Joe V tuning in. So Joe V is he likes to make trouble to me, but he says it's Bree. So I sent Joe some of your reels, and he was very excited about seeing you coming on. We got
Hi Joe,
we
shout out
got
to Joe.
Brad Dement here, and there he is tuning in. Yeah, as
Oh,
long as he's safe though. But
Brad.
hold on, let me respond to these real quick. But Brad Dement says, "Keep winning, Bree." Do you know maybe he looks like an agent or broker?
I
Okay.
know Brad.
Brad,
Yeah, I
don't
know
forget
Brad.
to subscribe
He's
now,
cool.
please. Hype Six says, before your videos blew up, how were you generating leads?
Oh my God. I actually had a realtor. Oh, good
There he
Hello.
morning.
is. So maybe he thinks he's the star, so he can just show up whenever he wants. But
That's
Bree,
funny.
well, that is Curtis. He goes by PE turned RE. Maybe he can explain why he has that handle. But morning, Curtis.
Hi,
Glad you're
Curtis.
Good,
safe, man.
Nice to meet you.
good morning. Thank you. Yeah, it's been crazy.
Do you want to maybe explain to Bree quickly, where does PE turn RE come from?
Yeah, so I'm a teacher here in Washington State, and the reason I'm late is because I'm actually at school right now. I'm a teacher.
Oh,
And so this is my planning time, so I have no kids. But yeah, so I teach PE and health, and the past 2 years I've been house hacking. The first house hack is kind of the one that made me kind of YouTube famous, I guess. Is that I had no shower and no kitchen in my first house hack. It was like super
oh
small,
my God.
and then I'm on house hack two now, a triplex, and I actually just got my real estate license too. Hmm.
Awesome.
Yes, I thought this was a great fit for all of us because Bree is killing it out there, and Curtis just got his license, so he's maybe trying to figure out how to navigate to get more leads out there and whatnot.
Mhm.
And let's see. Oh, so you're helping Hype Six out. So he sounds like he's a newer age or just, but he says
Oh,
also hearing that you still have a coach makes my panic mode calm down a lot. So yeah.
that's funny. Yeah. Well, you're welcome. Oh, I wanted to touch on the question we were going to answer right before Curtis joined. Somebody said,
Oh
well,
yeah.
how was I
Okay.
generating leads before my videos? I was this was an idea I had because I'm a videographer, so I already have, like, fun fact, I've always done videography. I used to work like doing weddings, bars, all that stuff. I would call for sale by owners or text them, and I would say, "Hey, can I do a video of your house that you're trying to sell?" I'm like, "No strings attached." And I would go meet with them and give them a video, but that's how I was getting in front of for sale by owners. But I was trying to get leads that way. I thought that was pretty unique. And then also I hate this. I was cold calling. I was cold calling. There's nothing wrong with it. I just hate doing it. So I was cold calling, like, I downloaded some software and it was giving me numbers to people, and they're like, "How the hell did you get my number? Leave me alone."
Well,
And now I want to call them back and be like, "I'm Tampa Bree." I'm just kidding.
so Proof Oak, thanks for tuning in for my second live of the day. But I can't say he, but this individual, I guess, wants to know Bree's thoughts on Bitcoin because he.
I have
Okay, so
none. I
sorry.
don't know
So
shit
he
about
always wants
that.
me
I
to
don't
bring a
think I want
Bitcoin
to.
person. So I'm sorry, Proof Oak. I will get
That's
someone
funny.
on. I promise you.
Bitcoin. Oh my
All
God.
Nighter Hider
I don't
says
know anything about
mentors are underrated. That's a huge portion of the cooperation aspect, in my opinion. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Flavio's taking a jab at Curtis. He said, "Are you wearing your vest today?" So, I did mention there was a shooting in your area. So,
Yeah,
Oh.
like I could throw a rock and hit the park that it was at. It was right across the street.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
okay, actually hold on. I got because Andy thinks he's special. He's messaging me on the side here. He says, just curious, is Bree a member of NAR, and how does the code of ethics affect maybe the local board of or jealous agents?
Yes, I'm a member of NAR with my realtor status, but the code of ethics doesn't say anything about like you can't make jokes. It just says follow the Fair Housing Act rules, which that's for every realtor. So don't say anything about a protected class. And then it also, the only other thing would be like that I read in the code of ethics would be you can't shit talk another realtor. I
Oh,
can't
I'm
like
out
I
then.
can't if Mark was like, I can't make a video and be like, Mark sucks, don't use him, he's a piece of garbage. Like, that's not in the
Curtis, I
code of ethics.
apologize
But
then.
yeah,
Oh, darn.
I've also had my broker and my brokers looked through all that and they're like, yeah, it's fine. There's also some other people out there that make some some crazier stuff where I'm like, oof, I would not touch that. I'm like, that's too much for me.
Yo,
That's
yeah, I
for
think I may have Ling Ling or Ling. I
there's
forget
a
her
few of
name.
them. No,
Yeah,
no comments, no names. I'm just saying there's some people
yeah.
that I'm like, whoa, that's good for you. We have different comedy styles, but yeah, I wouldn't.
Um,
So just make sure you follow those
Jovi
rules.
says, I would guess that Bree has a lot of traction with younger clients. Does her videos turn off older buyers?
Let's look at my. I have, I mean, I have clients in all age groups, but it's mainly I don't even know. It's not like super young people because well, I mean, they can't afford houses, but Gen Z will never be able to buy a home.
Hey,
But yeah,
Curtis
it's
did
like I
it.
have.
I did.
Yeah, see, good job, Curtis. Yeah, but I guess I talk to all age groups,
Do
really.
you see like men and women different in comments, like or no?
No, it's like equal. It's pretty equal.
Joe, are you sell? Oh, yeah. When is the Tampa Bree merch coming? Are you selling any merch?
Oh my God, I wanted to make because I made a neckbeard joke, like I make fun of neckbeards in my DMs, and I wanted to make a neckbeard shirt so bad, but I need a designer. Somebody find me a
All
designer.
right, we can do that. Let's
Yeah.
see. Hype Six again says, "What's the most common thing other realtors say to you that they dislike?"
A lot of people just use the word unprofessional. Like that's the only thing I could think of. And I'm like, okay, is that it? I'm
Oh,
like, roast me. I love roast. So I'm like, can you shit talk me like better than that? Can you make it funny?
Oh, actually, I did want to bring up there was, I think, a reel that you just about someone calling you to work with you, or they were trying to sell you, and yeah,
Oh,
you were
there's
kind of
a
upset about that, I think.
I went off on this guy. I'm not too bad, but I was getting a little sassy. I'm very nice. I'm a little bit of a pushover. But people were going on my Calendly to schedule an appointment to talk to me, and the only appointment available is for buying or selling a home so that a client could reach out to me that way. But people were scheduling appointments to talk to me and not putting any notes in for like being a lend. Oh, can I be your lender? Can I be your lender? So I'd answer and be like, oh, just send me an email. Thanks so much. Or like, I'm calling you. You put in an appointment under the disguise of wanting to buy or sell a home, but you're just trying to sell me something. So I finally got sick of it. And just like 2 days ago, this guy called me and or no, I called him. He scheduled an appointment, didn't put any notes in. Just by his email, I'm like, this looks like a business. I'm like, but he could just be buying a house. I don't know. So I call him and he's like, yeah, well, I'm not buying or selling. And I was like, well, hold on a minute. So you're telling me you went into my Calendly, you scheduled an appointment under buying or selling a house, and you're not doing either of those. You're just trying to sell me something. And then he got mad and hung up on me. Then he texted me and was like, you need to show some respect when people are trying to help you out. I'm like, fuck you. You're a fucking, like, that is so rude. Don't say that shit. If you put in a note that was like, I'm a business owner and I'd love to work with you or whatever, then I'm like, okay, at least you did that. But like, don't not put anything and then I call you out on it. And I was being nice. I was like, like that's kind of rude. Do you agree? And he's just like, that's not how it worked. I didn't know. But I'm like, okay, well, it's rude. I just want you
it's
to
like
know
a
you're a rude
catfish
person.
home buyer right there.
Yeah.
Uh,
People
so
are,
you
I don't
got
know.
some merch ideas here. So it's Andy,
Oh,
Big Andy, Lane Five Ready says a Bush T-shirt should be the first.
the Bush t-shirt. I think that's a good point because it is my
And then
uh
Hyder says make a neck pillow meant for travel into a neck beard.
A man beard. That's a good one. I need to write. I'm making a note right now that I'm gonna look into merch today. Would you guys actually buy it?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna talk to somebody about that.
Hype6 says
Yeah.
he saw that story. He said that was hilarious. Um,
Oh yeah. And then at the end, I was like, "And your dad's ugly too." I don't know why. I don't know why it's like everyone was making like the Yo Mama jokes in the early 2000s, but I'm just like, I roast people being like, "Oh yeah, and I slept with your dad last night."
I think yeah.
It's my go-to.
Jovi says you have to be careful handling a redhead with a temper. You have to be gingerly.
Do you think I'm redheaded? Is that the joke?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's okay, Joe. You should leave the jokes to me.
Yeah, see, Joe, get out. Nah, Joe is a good guy. He's a very big supporter. So he's always supporting. So I love that.
Joe's a VIP.
Yeah, way to start a relationship with dishonesty, Hyder says. Yeah, I caught that one. So how did the pizza party turn out?
It was great. I don't know why I thought I was gonna have more viewers than I did. I had about like 60 or 70 people in there, but I was so nervous. I don't know why I was so nervous. I guess because there wasn't anything for me to like, there was no topic to talk about. I probably should have done like some kind of game or something. So I was just sitting there sweating and drinking a lot of wine.
How much people? I'm sure a lot of people tuned in though. I missed it.
Yeah, I got a lot of comments from people, a lot of like people in the chat, but I was nervous. I get scared. I'm like, I get nervous because I don't know what to say sometimes.
Right. Let's see.
She commented on your bald
That's
head.
why
Yeah.
I have a compliment. I have to wear a hat now because Joe says the shine off my head during the live.
Aww.
But Andy says I would buy the first Bush T-shirt with huge clippers above it. Say, oh, money maker. Yeah. So Curtis, so what is your vision? I know real recently, right? Within the past, 2 months, you got your license. So you just picked your brokerage. Are you thinking of maybe dabbling what Bree's doing with the social media side? I mean, what?
I got to be careful with the social media side because I'm still a teacher
Oh
at
yeah.
the end of the day, and the kids
Yeah.
know how to find me. So I have to be very careful with what I post because I'll be teaching like a lesson, and then in the middle of the lesson, it's like, "Hey, I have a question." Like, oh, what do you need? And they're like, "Hey, is this you?" And like it's some short that of you and me, Mark. And I'm like, "Oh boy, okay." Well, they found me. So I gotta be careful.
I hope they don't find this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna watch my mouth now.
No, you're all good. I'm not gonna make a short from this one, Bree.
So Andy's
good.
wait, I really want to. Oh, Hype6 said he really wanted to join that live, but dad duties. So Hype6, you know what that means? That means Bree and I we have to do another live together while she's streaming on her channels. But Andy says Bree. So Andy's wife is a realtor in Ohio. But so he said Bree is a hot topic at the broker's office my wife is associated with in Ohio. They are astonished and said that the local board around here would shit. Code of ethics will be slammed in their face. Yeah.
I'd be like, show me where it says I can't make fun of Tesla drivers, you know? I'd be like, prove it. I'm just gonna keep making them until somebody tells me to stop.
The Tesla one was one of my favorite too because one of the other persons that comes on my channel is Matt Mojo Mindset. So he has a YouTube channel also, but he drives a Tesla. So I said as soon as I saw that one, I said it to him. But
That's
Joel
funny.
says, could you write an ebook for realtors on how to not be so damn boring with their marketing updates or market updates? Low ticket offer for like $25.
I guess I could write an ebook. That's not a bad idea. You guys are giving me good ideas. Let me write that one down too.
Hey, no bald jokes here. So Proof Oak says less bald talk and more Bitcoin talk. I will get someone on here. I'm telling you. Trust. It's a little difficult though. Difficult to get them on.
That's funny.
Jovi said the kids say worse than Brie. Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. There's sometimes I'm like, I have to Uber like Urban Dictionary what they just said
You
to me.
don't know what Uber is. Don't even say Uber. You didn't pay for one Uber in Vegas.
I did.
Funny.
I paid for once. That way I can say that I did.
You paid for the share ride one because you're so cheap.
Oh, jeez.
the funny. Oh,
Look,
go ahead. Go,
sorry, I was gonna ask. I want to know,
Mhm.
Curtis, what your ideas are for social media if you have this like you're kind of you're stuck in this space of like I can't do anything too crazy because the kids will see.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting space. But even with the few clips I have put up of the talk with Mark or doing my own stuff, it's gotten a little bit of traction in the area. Like I just had this event on Thursday, and someone was like, "Hey, are you gonna make any more like YouTube things?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've done some lives." They're like, "No, like I need the other stuff, like updates and things like that. I really like to see them." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well,
Mhm.
thank you for calling and me out on it." So it's, I think I'm gonna maybe hyper like focus it, have maybe experts from the area, and maybe get on like a handyman, maybe get on a contractors, try to add value. So that way folks are like, "Oh, if I
Mhm.
need somebody, I'll just talk to me, and then I can get them in touch with whoever the expert is."
Okay,
Yeah,
that's cool. What is in your YouTube channel? Is it just the PE turned
yeah.
are
RE?
you saying you're not coming on my
Okay.
channel anymore now, Curtis?
No, no, I know I still will, but for more like the interviews
Yeah.
stuff, may just focus on like the
Um,
local.
I'll put every, so you know what, I'll put, I got all these channels I got to, so All Nighter Hider also has a YouTube channel. He was, so talking about networking and building relationships. So he's in everyone's live streams, videos, commenting, kind of moderating. I'm not sure if you know who kind of Ken McElroy is, Bree, and like Robert Kiyosaki, those folks, but they had an event, Rebel Capitalists, and they sent Hyder a free ticket to attend because Hyder is so supportive. Yeah, so
Oh,
like a
that's cool.
$2,000 value ticket. He so I think it was in Jacksonville, was it Hyder or Florida? It was in Florida somewhere, right? But Hyder just attended, and he said he did his first live stream from the event, and he said he didn't have a
Mm,
topic. He got a bit tongue tied, kind of weird, have the gift of gab, but you just gotta get started somewhere, right?
yeah, yeah. It- um, isn't McElroy the tennis player or something? Or am I mixing that up?
Yes,
He sounds
but
like
they're
that guy,
different.
right? Isn't that the same
This is
different
a real
person? I was like, is
estate.
that
This
the
is a
tennis
real
player?
multi-family space guy. But yes,
Ah, I was like, is he in both spaces? I was confused.
uh, child labor laws might have issues with that. He's
He's
talking.
commenting on
Wait, with
Joe
what?
V's.
What was Joe V's one?
He said I should get the kids to help me make clips that I could use.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Oh,
Where did
that'd be
he? Oh,
funny.
maybe. Oh, Joe
That
V.
doesn't
Oh,
sound like a
okay.
lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hyder said he jumped on stage during lunch with Simon, the uneducated economist over there. So even like we're talking about social media, uneducated economist, Simon just does all his recordings from his car, and he does it with his phone. And he has like 150,000 subscribers, I believe, on YouTube. And he is a self-made like economist, kind of self-educated, and he's killing it out there. And yeah,
Mhm.
so that's awesome. You just got to get started, find your niche, figure out what works for you. Joe V
Yeah.
says the tennis player.
Yeah, the tennis player. I'm surprised I even knew that. I don't know anything about sports.
So, Bree, what do you have any sneak peeks or thoughts on who you're going to be roasting next, maybe in your next videos or anything?
Ooh, I'm actually
Mm.
filming on Monday,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I should
Okay,
give it
okay. Don't
away.
don't.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't
What do
think
you,
I'm gonna.
so how do
I
you
don't even
do
know
it though? You just kind of look around social media, or you're looking at article like news, like internet.
Mm, no, it's like sometimes I've actually had writer's block recently. I've been like, oh my god, I can't even. I think because I got like this is just crazy all the stuff that's happening. I got like too in my head about it. But I think I mentioned earlier, it's like just talking with my friends, or I make one joke and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just roast that. That's great. Like that's usually how it comes up organically
A
in
good one
conversation.
is about how some people are afraid of birds, deathly afraid of birds. So Curtis is afraid of birds, and he.
Are you
I
really?
hate them with the passion.
You have a phobia?
Well, it's based in reality, so I don't know if it's a phobia.
Hmm. Interesting. I'm like, what was your childhood like, Curtis?
I can't remember being attacked by birds, but did you ever watch Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh, a long
Yeah,
time
so
ago. But
there's
I
a
have.
scene in that where they're at the ostrich farm and they get attacked by the ostriches. And I think
Oh, I feel like I remember
maybe
that.
that scarred me as like a child where I now hate
Yeah,
birds, but yeah, it's one of Mark's top shorts now, me going on my bird rant. I hate
I
them.
I posted this short
I
from we had a live stream the other week, and somehow that topic came up, and then it like yeah, I was like, what the
that's funny.
heck, man? I swear I have better content than this, and that thing is going.
What do you hate, Mark? What's your
Oh,
phobia?
people showing up late. No.
Really? Oh, I just realized that was a roast.
Uh,
Oh shit! I was like, wow. Oh my
let's
god.
see. Joel says if the
Yeah,
kids are
that's good.
posting and then adding you as a collaborator, that's what I did with the high school. Oh, yeah, so Joel is in Missouri and he's doing a lot of cool stuff out there. But he had something with the school, the kids. I think it was like starting businesses or increasing income. I forgot exactly how you would explain it, but
Mhm.
he had like kind of a event going on for the school kids there. Yeah, Hype 6 is no spoilers. Yeah, so Bree, just let us know when it's coming out.
Yeah, it should be next week. I've been slacking, but I don't want to put out something that I don't believe in fully. So I'm like, I'll just take a week off. This week I uploaded a video of me playing golf. I'm like,
That's
here you go. Enjoy this
that's
for
another one. Yeah, so is that something new you started? You're golfing indoor, or was it indoor golfing you're doing, or
Oh yeah, I just wanted to. Yeah, they invited me to go play golf, like the simulator, the indoor simulators. I was like, sure, I'll come do that. I'm like, can I film it? And they're like, yeah, go ahead. And I'm like, cool. But it was funny because I was roasting, like all those people got offended about my golf jokes. Like people take it so seriously. I'm like, you guys, I want to learn it. It's not like it's obviously a sport. I'm just messing around.
yeah,
Like,
golf. Yeah, golf is it's a different environment.
yeah,
Let's see. What's Curtis? Curtis is bringing a student on, maybe.
Curtis
Yeah,
is busy. He's scolding a
yeah.
child right now.
We'll wait till he comes back on because Flavio says, "What about chickens, Curtis?" Anyways, uh,
Good
hey,
question.
knock it off. Proof Oak says my phobia is being. Hey, I don't mind. It's just Joe gets blinded. He said with my lights in here. Curtis, if you're
Oh my
back, Flavio wants to know what
Mhm.
about chickens? Are you afraid of chickens?
Well, they're smaller, so you can kind of kick them away a little bit. But at my mom's house, there was a rooster next door, and every day it would cock a doodle doo. And I don't know if it was a stupid rooster or what, but it was like all hours of the day, and it was right by my window. That was like the motivation for me to move out.
Let's see. Team Emu, Hyder says. Proof Oak
Nah.
says, dude, where's my car? Isn't reality though. Uh, oh yeah, Andy's another big dude, and he is afraid of chickens. Like he's
Thank you. See?
well, yes, but he has reasons why. Childhood trauma. No, I forget what happened. He said, but that scarred.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a
that
real
scarred
thing.
him.
Oh my god. I'm over here laughing at it. Whoops.
Joel says, yeah, it was for entrepreneurship and content interviews and editing. Wait, well, for the students, I believe. Uh,
Oh, look at me sweating. Here you
Hey,
go,
let's take
everyone.
this screenshot down. Oh wait, hold on. I'm trying to multitask here. All right. I
Somebody would
know.
pay for this. This is for
Hold on.
free, everyone.
Damn it.
This is
How
Come
many
free.
on, Mark.
buttons I gotta press here? Damn it. Oh, forget it. Hey, Jim, the grumpy contractor is here. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. Whoa, what? So Hyder says he knew a guy that sold those golf simulators. He made 350K a year.
Yeah, there's
Uh,
people who buy the franchises for it too are making money. They're like self-service ones that they have where you can go. You're just like it's like those gyms that are self-service where you just swipe a key and then you can go in. But it's a good business idea.
All right. Well, so as you can see, this bird topic is getting a lot of
Yeah, I'm
traction
telling
because
you.
now Jim says turkeys are mean too. And Heidi says turkeys can fly and look funny. But now Hype 6 has a kind of serious question. He says, Bree, do you do open houses or has the social media videos taken over the lead generating?
Yeah, the lead generating is all coming from the videos, but I kind of quit doing open houses even before my videos blew up because they were just such a waste of time. I did like 3 and where no one showed up at all. But I also now feel like it's dangerous. I don't want like there's creepy people in my comments and messaging me and stuff, and I don't want to be like, "Hey guys, I'm going to be by myself in this home if you want to come kill me."
Yeah,
But
that's probably fair.
I feel like I'd want to do one kind of an open house where it would probably be something crazy where I'm like meet and greet, open house, like some like, but have people with me who have like I don't know guns on them or something. Because I'm like, you got to go
Uh,
through a security check when you get to the front door.
Jovi says Bree is all nervous talking to us.
No, I just sweat that much.
Andy said, yeah, see, so headless chicken bleeding and chase and flogged the shit out of me in a gravel driveway. True story. So that, like I said, that was his childhood trauma. So that's why
Mm.
he hates chicken. He's afraid of chickens.
See,
Oh
birds
God.
are birds are the worst. I'm telling you. You didn't believe me, Mark.
Uh,
Remind 'em.
well, what makes it funny too is Curtis is like a former college football player. So he's not a small guy; he's a big dude, and so is Andy. And these guys are like afraid of these pigeons and chickens. And Bree, will you do lives during filming your videos? Flavio's asking.
I mean, I use my phone to film, so I don't know how I would.
Mm,
I don't know if I'd want to do that because then it would like I would do the like destroy the jokes, and it's like a sneak peek.
yeah.
Yeah, but I also use my phone to film everything. I do that on purpose because I have professional videography stuff and I just don't use it.
Let's see what else we got here. Joel is asking, what if you did lives at an open house and brought a crowd? Could attract people who want to have more attention to market their listings.
Yeah, I could do that. I just would have like people with me instead of me being by my lonesome because I'm afraid.
And looks like there's Vanessa.
Yeah, but I know Vanessa. She's cool.
Oh, hi Vanessa. Is she an agent? Please subscribe, Vanessa.
No, she's my friend though.
Okay, cool. She got you, girl. She said.
Yeah, she does. Yeah,
Oh,
Vanessa is going to be my bodyguard. She really would.
oh, okay.
Terrifying.
Can she fight off birds and chickens?
She'll fist fight a man for me.
Let's see. Is your school mascot a bird, Curtis? Did your mom pay the guy next door to have the rooster to get you to move
Oh
out?
my gosh.
No, we are excited. So our dog is slowly killing the chickens next door. I know, Bree, don't make that face. Don't make that face because we're happy about it.
Oh my god.
We're not sending our dog over there. Every time the chicken crosses the fence and will hop over, our dog will kill it. And so we just need the rooster to now hop over.
All right, hold on.
Well,
I need to get a pit. I didn't get one, but I need a pit pick because Joe said that's gonna go on your listings. Hold on. I need to. I forgot what
Wow.
buttons it was. That's why. All right, here. Hold on. Let's go. Let's get a screenshot. Bree.
of what? My pit?
Arms up. There we go. Hold on. Okay.
See, I
All
get
right.
nervous. I'm scared.
People want some, I think, money from this though. So, well, Andy's saying, Bree, on a serious note, could you reference birds for Curtis and myself on one of your videos?
Oh my god. Maybe I'll just have a bird in my next video.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know.
Mark, I better see you post that pic. Okay, don't keep that just like for yourself.
As
Okay.
long as I get approval from Bree, then
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
fine.
mind. I'll even send it to her, and she can do what she wants with it
You
too.
might get some dudes in your DMs that you don't want.
Kurt,
Some guy
that's
offered
how
to.
Curtis got a hold of me.
He was like, "Can I see your sweaty pits, Mark?"
Uh,
That's funny.
Proof O says Bree is now questioning what kind of podcast this
No,
is.
this is perfect.
I told everyone this is gonna be a fun one, a different one. This,
Yeah.
So earlier today I did have a good one with Joseph Cacciapali. It was on fractional real estate investing, so that
Mhm.
was a very good one. We're gonna start trying to do it a little more on a regular routine because there is a lot of information and it's hard to break down all the content there. But I did tell everyone this one was more for fun, and that's why I
Good.
found Curtis. I knew Curtis would be also a good fit to join me on this one. But yeah,
Yeah.
anything else? I mean, what else can we? Let's see. What other question? Let's see what we got going on. Bree is never coming back on. I don't know, Joe. We'll see about that. She'll stream from her channel next time,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Whoops. I wanted you to get all the. I just thought people would click the link, but
No, I mean, yeah, there's a good turnout actually. I mean,
yeah, there was.
maybe
It's. I
for
mean,
Curtis though. If Curtis showed up on time, we probably would have did
yeah,
better.
there would have been more people. Yeah, that sucks. Thanks, Curtis.
Sorry, I was teaching the youth of America. Sorry, people.
Uh, I was gonna. Oh, what was I just gonna say? No, I lost it. I had something in my brain. It's
Was
gone
there
now.
okay? Well, a lot of yours have been a success. Was there any one that you thought was going to do well that didn't get any traction on your lives, or I mean, not your reels, I should say?
Let me see. It's crazy that the last couple I've uploaded are all over like 1 million, but I got. Oh, you know what? I did think that me being like the New York grandma. I don't know if you guys saw that one. Everyone loved my outfit and was commenting on about my thighs.
Uh,
I I really liked that one, and I was like, "That's great. I love that one." But I mean, I say it only got 500,000. Like I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it was so terrible. My life's so hard." Yeah, but it was this one where I was like I was pretending to be like a New Yorker. I was actually quoting some of it because my family's all from New York, and like I was quoting things from my great grandma in that video. That's why I thought it was funny. And every time I was like, "Oh, my husband Giuseppe," like that was my great grandfather's name.
hold on, I gotta. Joel is asking if you have a YouTube channel, and yes, you do. So hold on,
Yeah, I do, but I only have like again, I only have 1,000 subscribers.
let me share it here.
I'm
So
sorry to sound like that. That's
here's
not what I
here's Bree's
intended.
YouTube channel. So go check it out. Please
Yeah,
subscribe.
that is
So
me.
what would be your favorite reel that you put? Was there one that really was your favorite?
Mm, you know what I really liked that nobody else really liked? Well, again, it has 100,000 views, but compared to my other ones, that's pretty low. The one where I'm like doing the Severance voice. Do you ever watch Severance?
Oh yeah.
He's like, "You're outie," and I'm like, "That was funny. I really liked that one. I liked that one a lot."
Proof Oak says it's the last week of school. Those kids aren't learning anything.
That's true.
Hey, next week I have the honor of teaching sex ed for a week straight, so they will
Whoa,
learn something.
Ah,
Yeah.
I have no comment. I have so many directions I want to go on that one, but I will
school's
not.
already out here.
No, we're out late here in Washington. Like mine's early, and we're out on the 12th. Like there's some schools here that don't end until the end of June.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
weird.
Hype Six asks, have you started monetizing your social media,
I have
Bree?
not. I have
Hmm.
not monetized anything. I did make a Patreon, but that's for my goal of I've always wanted to make a travel vlog, so I was gonna be like, this is my like a comedy travel kind of thing where I like food review. But that I created it, but I haven't shared it with anyone yet. But I know I haven't monetized. I've read some things about maybe someone who's monetized can help me, but people are like, I monetized and the views just tanked, and I'm like, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
so you have the subscriber count for YouTube. You just need to get, I don't know what your watch hours are at, but
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're probably monetized on YouTube. So you could probably
Well,
earn stuff from that
I'm
side.
I'm eligible on TikTok, but I again, allegedly, they're inflating their views artificially, in my opinion.
Joel's asking, maybe both of you then. So this will be good for both. Why did you decide to enter real estate at literal worst time in decades? So Bree, you first, Bree.
I was tired. I worked for 5 years in a semiconductor distributor, and I was doing cold calling all day, so I did that for 5 years straight, and I hated sitting at a desk. I really like that's the entire reason. Of course, like you can make money, and that was part of the goal too, but I really joined real estate because I just wanted to do something different through the day. Like I didn't want to just sit at a desk. I didn't care if I worked 7 days a week. I just hated sitting all day. I wish I had
Kurt,
more of an interesting answer for you, but that's it. A lot of
Curtis,
people are like, "I joined so I could make millions," and I'm like, "Yeah, I was just hoping to get by and not have to sit at a desk."
Fair.
you, Curtis.
Yeah. So, well, I had bought mine first place in 2022, And so after buying two, I just looked at the commissions and then I paid. I'm like, well, that alone could be well worth it. And
Hmm.
then kind of as I've been going to more networking events and doing this YouTube thing, more people are asking me for advice or for help. And I'm like, well, I might as well just get my like license so I can actually help them and not just say, hey, go talk to this person.
Hey, thanks, Chris. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. But he says, hey, just like the cheese party, I'm here for the brie.
Oh my God. Never heard that one.
But Chris says, would you rather fight one horse-sized chicken or 100 chicken-sized horses? One horse-sized chicken or 100 chicken-sized horses.
I'd rather not fight
Huh.
anybody.
Hmm.
I I think I gotta go with the smaller ones because I feel like a giant chicken would just be terrifying. Like I
Yeah.
feel like the towns would be so big, the beak would be so big, like it'd be awful. Be awful.
Hype Six said, I started because I love looking at houses, especially the ones I could never afford.
Hmm. I did too. I used to be on Zillow, just like, oh, look at these beautiful homes. I enjoyed doing that for fun.
All right. Well, we've been going for about an hour. I don't
Here
know
for the
about the
pits.
brie, but I'm here for the pits.
You're
See,
welcome.
I told you guys this is going to be a fun one. I didn't know what direction this was going, but this was
Lucky
a
I didn't charge you guys.
hey, big. So actually, I have to give credit. So Big Val is tuning in. He is in North Carolina. He is the one that sent me your video first. So he is the one that got me
Oh,
viewing them. He sent me the one about the bush,
mm,
and that's where I started sending it out. And but I need to thank Val for sending me that, and Val is hilarious. So thanks, big guy.
yeah. Thanks, Val. Appreciate you.
Uh,
Breed. I don't know if Mark has already harassed you about this because he harasses everybody about coming to Vegas. Will you be at the ORAT event next February?
What is it? I don't even know what that is.
So we are kind of not well. So there's Michael Zuber. He's a real estate investor. He's on YouTube. He's written a few best-selling books.
Mm-hmm.
So his community is one rental at a time. So they call it ORAT. But he has a school community, and he when he so you well I don't know what your YouTube said, but he hit 50,000 subscribers on YouTube last year or 2 years ago, and he had a subscriber party. So he had a event in Vegas. It was supposed to be like a one-time thing, to celebrate hitting 50,000 subscribers, and it
Mm-hmm.
was such a great turnout that now he's doing it every year. So this past February was the second event, and it's always going to be in Vegas currently. President's Day weekend, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and a lot of people in the
Maybe.
community go. Yeah, you should
I just
definitely.
as long as it's not hot. It's in February, so it should be fine.
Yeah, you just be careful. Curtis, for whatever his phone doesn't work and he can't catch Uber while we're there. For whatever reason, he gets no
That's
signal.
funny.
So when it's time to get a ride, his phone doesn't work.
It's like it's not working. You guys got to pay for it.
So see, so maybe we can even
Okay.
bring it to Zuber's attention that maybe Bree can get on stage and be one of the speakers
Oh, God.
to talk about social media and how you just have to put yourself out there.
I'll make sure I
And
wear this shirt when I'm
yeah,
there.
we gotta warn him about that,
Yeah,
or turn the AC up or something.
that's funny. But that sounds cool.
Breed.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah,
But you're saying hopefully it's not hot. Don't you live in Florida?
Yeah, I know. I don't like everyone's like, "It's dry heat." I'm like, "I hate dry heat. I love humidity." I cannot I grew up, born and raised here, so whenever I go to dry heat, it's like I can't feel like I can't breathe and my throat gets all dry and it hurts, like, my skin starts cracking. Last time I was in Vegas, my skin got so dry that I, like, turned bright red. It was crazy. Like, my whole skin was, like, cracking apart. It was bad.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
That's why I'm like, "Oh, Vegas, yeah, I'll
well,
bring lotion."
board DDD says you can wear a bikini then to maybe solve that issue. Um, Joel says, Bree, you need to apply for TikTok Shop, create one piece of merch, and just sell that one item until you get to 100K of revenue.
See, I
So
don't even know.
Joe actually might be a good guy to really connect with about
Yeah,
this. He's
it's a
very
good
big
idea.
on entrepreneurship, side hustles. He connects with a lot of people, multiple streams of income. So I'll connect you with Joe as long as you don't
Yeah,
jump on his podcast. I want to be exclusive.
you want this to be exclusive? Buy me dinner first, Mark.
Uh,
Well, if you come to Vegas,
They do have good food. But yeah, I didn't even, what's crazy is I don't even use TikTok, and I only download it just so I could upload my videos. And I don't even know, like, whenever I don't ever go on the feed of TikTok and scroll, because every time I'm on there, I'm like, what is this? Like, it's not catered to me at all the videos that pop up. And then I'm like, I end up on the TikTok shop, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, it looks crazy, and I just never use it. So that's why, yeah, it's weird. I'm like, what? I don't know. There's too much going on.
yeah, Hyder says he gets chapped lips in dry heat. There's not enough hydration in that region.
Hydration.
All right. Well, yeah, we've been going for about an hour. I gotta get my son up soon, so I got about 5 to 10 more minutes. But is there anything else you guys want to chat about, promote? What you guys working on?
I don't know.
No, nothing.
I'm just like, I'll answer questions if people ask me more
All
questions.
right,
I like
people, we're
going
gonna
on.
wrap things up soon. So fire your final questions in, and then
Yeah.
um,
Bree, do you? I'm not sure if Mark asked this before I hopped on. Him. As he's pointed out, I was late. Um, do you own the house that you're in now?
Do I? Not technically. It is my fiance's house. But once we
Oh,
get married, I'll own it.
there it is.
Yeah. Nope,
oh,
I don't
you
own this
just
house.
said fiance, so like half the people just left
They
the
just,
views now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep saying boyfriend because fiance sounds pretentious to me, but he was like, you're going to tell everyone? I'm like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Like, this is my life. If you don't like it, don't watch. Like, and then I
Oh,
still had some guy messaging me after I said fiance, and he was like trying to tell me why he's a better man for me and his credit score. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, that's the bravery, the balls on this man.
Hype6 says, really appreciate you answering my questions, Bree. I've had them saved up for a while now. Thanks, everyone. Thanks
You
for
are
tuning in,
welcome.
Hype6. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, please. Thanks for tuning
Chris,
in.
what's the next big project for Bree? I don't know. There's been quite a few TV producers who've reached out to me. There's nothing like in the works. I've just talked to them. So I don't know. Maybe one day I'll have a Netflix special, like a stand-up special. That'd be the ultimate goal. But yeah, for now I'm just filming more houses and making more jokes.
I love it. Curtis, and you picked your brokerage, right? So you're all
Yep.
settled on that side.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I see you do what you're doing more events. I saw you where were you at recently? I saw another one you were at.
Yeah. So on Thursday, I got asked to go help with this event up in Bellevue. They were kind of short staffed, and they know that I do events. So I drove up there, and we had a private moneylender, we had like a lawyer, we had a contractor, kind of just talking about how not to get scammed, red flags to watch out for, and how to work with them well.
You show up late to that too.
I was actually
Oh
early.
my God, Mark.
Yeah, Jovi, she does have TV producers contacting her. And yeah, like I said, man, you just gotta shoot your shot. I messaged Bree and
Yeah.
she replied, and keep it up. Love, love, love the content. I think you're talking to her, Bree,
Thanks,
to
Chris.
Bree.
I think Chris is in my Chris messaged me on Instagram. I'm pretty sure it's the same person. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
Not to be that person, but I get so many DMs and oh yeah, Chris Carter. Yep.
Well, thanks
Yeah.
for tuning in, Chris. I hope you had fun. Yeah, I do a couple lives a week. Not always this entertaining though. But like I said, maybe we can get Bree back on and she can also stream on her
Yeah, for sure.
channels. But yeah, this was a fun one. Curtis, thanks for jumping on when you could, I guess. In between teaching, whatever you want to say. Bree, thanks for doing this.
No
It's a
problem.
lot of
I'd be
fun.
glad to come back.
Yeah, I hope you had fun, and hope everyone had fun in the comment section, and hopefully you actually learned something. Hopefully just put content out there, hit press play and record and play it and put it
Yeah.
out there and just see where it takes you, and
Yeah.
you get
Create
better
good
at it.
quality. Create something you want to watch.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do.
All All right, great final words. Thanks, Bree. Thanks, Curtis. Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Bye.